over this film has been enormous. I haven't stopped hearing about this film since Sundance last year.
Yeah, it's a year, going on a year now.
I even love the score, which you helped out on, and I was really disappointed to see that that wasn't nominated, along with the many other things this movie was already nominated for.
You know, we have absolutely no complaints about what happened at the Academy Awards. I was so happy to be nominated for anything. It's so far outside the ballpark of anything I ever could have expected that I have no complaints.
What are your thoughts on the movie getting to where it has been in regards to its popularity and success?
It's amazing. You know, it's a crazy underdog story, and you know, for her, I mean, being a little kid from Louisiana, it's so rare the kids from Louisiana even get a chance to act at all, and the fact that she did it for the first time and is now, you know, at the highest level of sort of honors for performance is it's spectacular, and then she's going to get a chance to be an actress with her life, and that's a really beautiful thing.
What are your plans for the next movie, or is that so far from your mind at this point?
No, I'm thinking about it, and you know, I know I want to be back in Louisiana making the next one, so you know, it won't be as regional, I think, but you know, it'll definitely have that same sort of feeling to it.
I mean, I think in order to keep this sort of contained, what we could do is just have you strip search her right now, which is be easier and quicker, I think.
Gee, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, I know, but her story doesn't jive, see?
You know, I mean...
I know, but it means we have to put her into the system, you know?
Out of all the independent movies that came out last year, Compliance had a crazy amount of buzz. Can you comment a bit on the success?
Well, yes, I think it triggers a lot of people. It's a difficult subject matter. I think that it alarms people because I think it shows us what we're capable of, all of us, and what it can lead to when we lose our way, our sense of self and our sense of responsibility for what's right and wrong and our ability to say it. And I think it triggers people, and they want to say it can't happen, it's not true. But it is true, and I think we've seen in the course of history how often it is true and how bad the results are when we let go of abandon ourselves, really.
Aggressive! Passive aggressive!
I really do adore your work in we need to talk about Kevin, and especially in Perks of Being a Wallflower. And I have to say, when you did your whole Frankenfurter scene, I was like,
you know, that was a dream for me to be able to do that. I watched that film when I was way too young, when I was like 8. My sister showed it to me, and then she realized what the movie was about, and she turned it off. It was when she was supposed to be babysitting me and the younger sibling, and she made me swear that I would never tell a soul, especially our parents, that she'd let us watch that movie. But for me, it just became this this secret obsession in my head, and this was nice. I got to unleash the secret obsession.
So that was your movie that helped you really get into wanting to eventually get into acting.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It wasn't that necessarily, but it was just it was definitely it was a movie that became a taboo in my brain, where I was like, that movie's really cool and sexy and scary in ways that I don't understand. It confuses me because I'm 9, but I know I like it.
When it comes to your character in Perks of Being a Wallflower, how much did you relate to him with your own personal life, and how much did you develop, or how much did you collaborate with the director, since it was from his own baby?
Know, it's such a funny thing, because from the moment I read the book, that character was a part of my psyche. You know, he was on my mind, and so there was a part of myself that was thinking about Patrick even when I was 14 years old. And then when Steve cast me, he was very generous with his vision. And he is he's one of the greatest communicators I've ever met. He had this amazing ability to tell me exactly what he needed to fit his vision. And so I was very much, I was just trying to meet him more than halfway, because it's his beautiful story.
That you're getting tonight, what do you think is the one thing that you feel people took the most from your performance?
That's interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's very difficult to judge other people's take on something because you're so sort of in it and close to the project. But I feel the fact that people seem to have been reacting emotionally to Les Mis is wonderful because it's what I did when I saw it when I was young and when I continue to see it. So the fact that I hear stories of people weeping in cinemas, and whilst that sounds sort of a bit sadistic or masochist, I'm thrilled that people seem to be emotionally engaged.
As long as they don't start singing lines when they meet you or anything like. Have you ever had anything?
I mean, yeah, but I had to stop my dad from singing along at the premiere. I was like, you know, he's like sort of bum 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 bum.